Most people believe their biggest obstacles exist outside of them. They blame circumstances, other people, timing, bad luck, or fate. But the mountain is. You presents a hard but freeing truth. Your biggest obstacle is not life. Your biggest obstacle is you. The mountain in this book is a metaphor. It represents internal resistance, fear, self-sabotage, emotional wounds, limiting beliefs, and unconscious patterns that keep you stuck. You are not failing because you are incapable. You are stuck because part of you is trying to protect you. This book is not about blaming yourself. It is about understanding yourself deeply enough to change. 1. What self-sabotage really is. Self-sabotage is often misunderstood. People think it means laziness, lack of discipline, and weak mindset. But Brianna Wiest explains something different. Self-sabotage is misdirected self-protection. You sabotage not because you want to fail, but because your nervous system is trying to keep you safe. Examples: you procrastinate not because you don't care, but because success feels overwhelming. You stay in toxic relationships because they feel familiar. You abandon goals when they get close to working because change threatens your identity. Self-sabotage is your mind choosing familiar pain over unknown growth. 2. Your brain is not broken, it is conditioned. Every habit you have was learned for a reason. Your mind developed coping mechanisms to survive: emotional numbness, overthinking, people-pleasing, avoidance, hyper-independence. These behaviors once protected you, but survival strategies are not meant to be permanent. The problem begins when old coping mechanisms remain active in a new environment. You try to grow using tools designed for survival, not thriving. You are not broken. You are simply operating with outdated patterns. Healing is not about fixing yourself. It is about updating your internal system. 3. Why change feels so hard. People assume fear comes from failure, but the book explains most fear comes from success. Success brings responsibility, visibility, expectations, risk of loss. Your nervous system does not care about dreams. It cares about safety. Even if your current life is painful, it is predictable. Predictability feels safe. Growth is unfamiliar. Unfamiliar feels dangerous. So your brain resists change, not to hurt you, but to protect you. That resistance is the mountain. 4. Emotional avoidance is the real enemy. Most people don't fear pain. They fear feeling pain, so they distract. Social media, work, relationships, entertainment, noise. But avoided emotions don't disappear. They get stored in the body. Unprocessed emotions become anxiety, burnout, depression, self-sabotage, physical tension. Healing begins when you allow yourself to feel what you've been avoiding. Emotions are not problems, they are signals. Listening to them dissolves the mountain. Ignoring them makes it grow. 5. You repeat patterns until you heal them. Life repeats lessons, not because the universe is cruel, but because the lesson was not integrated. You don't repeat toxic relationships by accident. You don't face the same struggles repeatedly by chance. Your subconscious seeks resolution. Patterns repeat until awareness replaces autopilot. The question is not, why does this keep happening to me? The real question is, what is this trying to teach me? Once the lesson is learned, the pattern loses its purpose. 6. Trauma is stored in the body. Trauma is not always a dramatic event. Often it is emotional neglect, invalidation, chronic stress, and feeling unsafe expressing yourself. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. Trauma shows up as overreacting, shutting down, hypervigilance, fear of intimacy, and chronic tension. You cannot think your way out of trauma. You must feel your way through it. Healing happens when the body learns it is safe again. 7. Identity is the hardest thing to let go of. Sometimes we don't heal because pain has become part of who we are. You may identify as the strong one who survives, the one who never needs help, the one who endures. Letting go of pain can feel like losing your identity, but healing requires grieving the version of yourself that survived, so the version that lives can emerge. You don't lose yourself. You meet your true self. 8. Responsibility is freedom, not blame. Responsibility is often misunderstood as self-blame, but responsibility actually means choice. When you accept responsibility for your healing, you stop waiting for apologies. You stop waiting for closure. You stop waiting for permission. You reclaim control. You don't control what happened, but you control how you respond now. That is freedom. 9. The ego is a defense mechanism. The ego is not arrogance. It is protection. It forms to shield you from rejection, shame, pain, and vulnerability. But when ego dominates, you resist feedback, you avoid intimacy, you cling to control, you fear being seen. Healing requires softening the ego, not destroying it. When safety replaces fear, the ego naturally relaxes. 10. The nervous system must feel safe to change. Real change happens at the nervous system level. You cannot force transformation through willpower alone. Safety comes from consistency, self-compassion, boundaries, and emotional honesty. When your body feels safe, growth becomes possible. Self-discipline without self-regulation leads to burnout. True growth is gentle but consistent. 11. Discomfort is the path forward. Growth feels uncomfortable. That does not mean something is wrong. Discomfort means old patterns are dissolving, new identity is forming, and expansion is happening. Avoiding discomfort keeps you familiar. Walking through it frees you. The mountain doesn't disappear. You become strong enough to climb it. 12. You are not late. Healing has no timeline. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not broken. You are unfolding. Every moment of awareness changes your future. Even choosing to heal is progress. Trust your pace. Trust your process. 13. Integration is the goal, not perfection. Healing is not about becoming flawless. It is about becoming whole. Integration means accepting all parts of yourself, honoring your emotions, and aligning actions with values. You don't eliminate fear. You learn to move with it. You don't erase pain. You transform it into wisdom. And this is what it truly means to move the mountain within. If this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.